What's good, YouTube world? It's Coffee back again with some more news, guys. We got some NFL news, some NBA news, a lot to cover. Y'all know how we rock, so no delays. Let's jump right into it. Just make sure to hit them buttons and respond with your thoughts, take an opinion in the comments. That's what it's all about over here, hearing from y'all, the people. And first up, man, when it comes to the NFL, those breaking news stories and headlines, you know, it never matters as much unless Schefter said it. You know what I'm saying? Adam Schefter is just tapped in. He's plugged in with those real sources out there, and that's a fact. And he broke a hell of a story right here. I mean, this isn't something that he needed a big source for, but Schefter said it, so we know it's what it is, and that's Aaron Rodgers with the Packers is going to miss Sunday's game versus KC because he that sickness, that thing, he tested positive, and with the protocols and rules and everything, he can't come back until Saturday, November 13th. So Green Bay's been on a roll, 2-game win streak, beat Washington football team, and then gave the undefeated Arizona Cardinals their first loss. That was a hell of a game, that one right there. You know what I mean? That was a barn burner, a slobber knocker, and all that. But now they got to play KC, who, normally we'd be like, oh, shit, that's going to be, but KC not looking too good this year. But we know at any time, man, Mahomes, Andy Reid could get that team going again. Like, that's no secret at all. I don't think that anyone doubts that. I'm not saying that they're gonna turn things around, but it wouldn't shock me if they did. Comment once again, y'all, if you think KC is gonna, be able to get things going and get one of those wild card spots or something. Or do you guys think they're just gonna be assed out when it comes to the playoffs? But anyways, getting back to talking about Aaron Rodgers, he's not gonna be out there. They got to go with Jordan Love, right? And this is very interesting to me because we know Rodgers is gone after this year. He will not be in Green Bay anymore. In the offseason, there was all kinds of, reports, verified reports coming out of the static, the friction, the beef between Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers franchise. He didn't even want to really re-sign there. And reportedly, it kind of stemmed from them drafting Jordan Love. Well, not just that they drafted Jordan Love, that they traded up to draft him. And listen, I have a lot of respect for Aaron Rodgers. I look at him as a solid individual. You know what I mean? Like a good quarterback, a good teammate. He's not really a shit talker. He'll talk his little shit here and there, but he's a stand-up guy. So it kind of surprised me to see him kind of get in his feelings that they traded up to draft Jordan Love without telling him. I don't know. Comment and let me know if you guys kind of felt the same way. But now with Love playing, what happens if he goes out there and steals the show and, plays a lot better than what Rodgers has been doing this season? Like Rodgers is on his way out anyways. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm reaching here. Could Jordan Love take Aaron Rodgers' job? Probably not. But what if he really did go out there and just, have an amazing game? Do you guys think there's any chance of that happening? But regardless, I got my eye on this because I want to see what Jordan Love can do. He was a highly respected draft prospect and also the future of the Green Bay Packers franchise. He's that next era at QB. From my understanding, they believe in this guy, so we'll have to see what happens out there. Next up, man, jumping over to the NBA, Scottie Pippen, right? Michael Jordan. This ish is crazy. We know the beef has been playing out. Well, really, it's been a one-sided beef. MJ hasn't said too much, you know what I'm saying? But Pippen's been saying a lot about MJ for a while. And then recently, I just saw, like, within the last day or so, what was the name of that movie or documentary? Pippen was talking ish and saying, no one got paid anything but Jordan. And I don't know, Pippen's just been on this mission to discredit Jordan and just kind of go in on him. You know what I mean? Well, check out what Stephen A. Smith had to say.
I'm not going to crucify Scottie because obviously he's in a different place mentally. and there must be a lot going on, and my heart goes out to him because this is clearly an underappreciated, or at least a person who feels he is underappreciated. Just in case you feel underappreciated, Scottie Pippen, let me remind you that the world recognizes you as one of the top 50 players in NBA history, a two-time Olympic gold medalist, a six-time champion. The entire decade of the 90s, the man was first team all-defensive NBA, for crying out loud. The brother, him guarding Magic Johnson is what delivered the NBA championship for the first time in the Chicago Bulls. We all know the greatness of Scottie Pippen. Michael Jordan also knows that greatness, which is why Michael Jordan's on the record saying he's the greatest teammate that he ever had. So here we are nearly 30 years later, and this is what you do. It seems like Scottie Pippen is blaming Michael Jordan. Scottie Pippen should be ashamed of himself. He's in a different place mentally for what has ailed him. So let's go back in history because we need to correct the record. And if I sound like I am coming to the defense of Michael Jordan, you damn right I am. You damn right. Because he deserves to be defended in this regard. Scottie Pippen comes into the NBA in 1987. Scottie Pippen keeps bringing up how Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan because of us. Well, he was a champion because of y'all. And if he didn't win championships, clearly that would have been bad for his legacy, no doubt. But Wendy, do I need to remind anybody, and please let me see Wendy when I'm talking to, do I need to remind anybody of who the hell Michael Jordan was before Scottie Pippen ever arrived? We're talking Michael Jordan. We're talking about the NBA, who was promoting Magic and Bird and said, well, wait a minute, pause. Even while the bad boy Detroit Pistons was interrupting the proceedings by winning back-to-back titles and going to 3 straight NBA finals, they said, pause. This dude right here is going to take our league to another stratosphere. This is when Michael Jordan was getting bounced out in the first round. That's how great he was to the human eye. So to act like, oh my goodness, we helped him win and that's what made Michael Jordan. No, it actually made y'all. Even while the bad boy Detroit Pistons was interrupting the proceedings by winning back-to-back titles and going to 3 straight NBA finals, they said, pause. This dude right here is going to take our league to another stratosphere. This is when Michael Jordan was getting bounced out in the first round. That's how great he was to the human eye. So to act like, oh my goodness, we helped him win and that's what made Michael Jordan. No, it actually made y'all.
So how about that, y'all? Stephen A. Smith defended Michael Jordan. He says Jordan deserves it. And, he's like, what kind of place is Scottie Pippen in mentally is what Stephen A. is saying. Let me know if you guys agree. Like, do you guys think Scottie Pippen is in a bad place? Do you guys think he has some mental issues? Do you think this is bugged out that, 30 years later, he's harboring all these kind of feelings where he's, dissing Michael Jordan, knowing that the media and news cycle will pick it up? Like, when we talk about hip hop a lot on this channel, how we see a lot of rappers or just people in the internet world trying to go viral or whatever, they're like, oh, if I diss people, the news cycle will pick me up. And a lot of people just play that game where they diss to try to get their name buzzing. Like, Scottie Pippen's been talking ish in the media to almost that type of level. You know what I mean? Like, he's almost been on some whack 100 type of level of flockery when it comes to MJ. And listen, I know a lot of people, Michael Jordan rubs them the wrong way. Like, I've heard many other people besides Pippen kind of refer to Michael Jordan almost as they feel like he's some kind of prima donna, or he think his ish don't stink, or he thinks he's better than people. I don't know. I mean, MJ's obviously the GOAT, but Stephen A's like, yo, Scottie, like Michael said, and not just Michael, the people, the sports world, a lot of people have gave you your flowers and said you're a top 50 all-time player. You were a great teammate. Stop feeling underappreciated. You're one of the best defenders of all times. MJ said you helped take his career to the next level, and like the Bulls were a great team. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like Pippen saying, it's almost like Pippen's trying to say Jordan wouldn't have been anything without that team, and it's like that Bulls dynasty is amazing. But regardless of that, I still feel Michael Jordan was going to be MJ. You know, maybe he wouldn't have all the rings without that team in that dynasty, but to just act like he wouldn't be anyone without Pippen in the Bulls of that era is kind of ludicrous to me. I don't know, but regardless, I want to know how everyone feels, but regardless, just the fact that Pippen is this turned up about this all these years later kind of does spell that he's not in a good place to me. You know what I mean? I want to know what you think, so tap in on that one. Last up on the rundown, I know everyone saw the very sad news yesterday about this woman losing her life, this 22-year-old woman, young lady losing her life at the hands of former Raiders wide receiver Henry Ruggs, who, you know, got was a D-dub. You know what I mean? Blood alcohol level was double the legal limit. The Raiders have released him. He's facing some very, very serious charges. Well, check this out, y'all. He reportedly was driving 156 miles per hour. What the fuck, man? Like, I mean, guys, people make mistakes. We live, we learn. When it comes to drinking and driving, you know, I'm not going to sit here and act like a saint. I'm sure a lot of people, myself included, have had a couple drinks and got behind the wheel. No question. And I'm not justifying that or saying anyone should do it. But this guy going out there and having a 0.16 blood alcohol level, like what, 8 drinks in an hour type level of intoxication, and then be out there driving 156. Come on, man, that's ludicrous. That's just flat out dangerous. I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot of people that I see, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to relate to what I say here, or at least know what I'm talking about. Like, you may have heard me on the channel before say how I drive like an old man. You know what I mean? I don't speed. People get irritated. You just see a lot of people out there all the time that are in just such a rush, always speeding, weaving through lanes and everything. And then half the time you'll end up at the same red light as the individual. Like, yo, you're doing all that for nothing at the end of the day, really. But a 156, come on, that's ludicrous, man. Like, what do you guys think, man? He may get, what, like 5 years, you think? What do you guys think is going to happen? What are your thoughts on these ludicrous speed and blood alcohol level? I want to hear it all in the comments. And that's going to conclude this video, guys. It's been Coffee. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you're new over here, make sure to subscribe. We drop content every day. Music, news, sports, current events, life, and much, much more. Stay tuned for the updates, guys. I'm out of here. Have a great day, everyone. Peace.